Welcome back. The great author F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote, "There are no second acts in American lives." Well, our first guest this week begs to differ. Fuzzy Zoeller has 2 major titles, 10 PGA Tour wins, and a swing and an approach to our game about as widely admired as any over the last several decades. But as to that second, third, and, well, beyond acts, Fuzzy still dips his toe into the Champions Tour play. He also has become an acclaimed course designer. He's in the distillery business. Check out Fuzzy Vodka. And he's also become the self-proclaimed king of the corporate outing. But this time, he is our guest on CGW. Fuzzy, great to have you here.
Well, Dave, thank you very much. Appreciate the invitation, buddy.
Believe me, it's our pleasure. And Fuzzy's coming to us, he said, from his back porch where he's relaxing. And boy, we wish we could trade places. Let's talk a little bit about where we are right now, can we? Because you've got a pretty good viewpoint on all this. It seems like sort of in the men's tour game, we're sort of in a transitional era. The Tiger era is starting to wane. Maybe the era of Rory is coming next. What do you see when you watch the PGA Tour right now?
Well, I'm telling you, I think as far as golf goes, golf is very, very healthy as far as the professionals go. Mm-hmm. I mean, that show that young men put on over here at Valhalla, the PGA, was absolutely tremendous under the conditions they played under. You know, it was wet, soggy, and they still performed and hit golf shots that are just unbelievable.
And you're in a pretty good position to assess that on a number of different levels. Talk to me about the part of your career that has sort of become now very important, and that is golf course design. You're getting into it. There are a couple of terrific golf courses with your name on it right now. Was that something that you'd always wanted to do? Was that kind of a natural transition when you started cutting back on your tour play?
Well, no, that is something I think any golfer wants to do. Mm-hmm. The great thing about doing that is that you take such a crappy piece of ground and turn it into something beautiful that people can enjoy. That's the fun part of it.
My guess is that's sort of additive. You get over the course of your career, you get to play some terrific places, and you also get to play some golf courses. Well, let's be charitable here, that maybe you go back to that crappy designation a little bit. How do you take the stuff that you like and put it into that piece of ground to make it a wonderful place to play?
Well, I think the number one thing is, Dave, you've got to remember who's paying the bills. Mm-hmm. Now, everybody wants to build a championship golf course. Let's build the hardest golf course in the world. Well, the problem with that is that the people who pay the bills are not going to play those type golf courses.
Right.
They might do it one time, but they're not going to get a repeat business.
And
so you want something that's built for people to enjoy the game, one that they just can't get enough of, and they say, well, I enjoyed that. I might have shot my best round, but I enjoyed that. I had fun playing that golf course. And that's what golf should be. It should be fun. It shouldn't be total work out there.
You talked about a development. You've got a pretty good one now in Lancaster, South Carolina, about equidistant from Charlotte and Columbia. That seems to me sort of a lot of what you're talking about you have put into play there. Do you design a golf course like that for a player in mind particularly? I mean, you and I are the same age here. It doesn't go as far as it used to, and all those things happen. Does that get into your head a little bit when you're putting pen to paper, if you will, to design these things?
Well, that was good. I appreciate your age part of it. Yeah, you're right. The only good news about getting older is that you can hear the ball land. You know that. So. But when you design a golf course, you got to think of the people. You know, I do not believe in having a force carry over 200 yards over water. I mean, show me how many women can hit a ball 200 yards in the air. Very few. And how many 18 handicapper, which is your average golfer in America, can hit the ball that far in the air. Very few.
You're coming to town next month for an event here in the Washington area. Can we talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I'll be up there with True Homes. You bet.
It's Saturday, September the 20th, and then again on Sunday the 21st. The Hilton McLean Tysons Corner is going to be the headquarters, and there's a web address for you for more information. Check out Fuzzy when he comes to town for that. And in the meantime, Fuzz, thanks so much. Really appreciate you joining us. Terrific stuff. And
you can call me anytime, buddy. Hope to see everybody up there. Hope the weather will be good for us. And I hope all your 3-footers go in. How's that?
Terrific, but we both know that's not going to happen anyway. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's you know what, there's not a heck of a lot we can do about that. We can try the bigger holes, but I'm convinced after you play the bigger holes, the ball still do the same thing.
We'll start missing those. That's a very good point to make. Fuzzy, thank you so much. It's great to have you with us.
That's my pleasure, buddy, my pleasure.
Next up, with the season winding down in parts of the U.S., players might be looking to other destinations to continue their play. If you're looking for golf in places beyond just the usual suspects, man, have we got a website for you. After the break, the inside story on golfscape.com. A clever and exciting way to find and then book places to play that you may not have considered but really ought to. Before we get to that, though, a tip from the short game guru, Dave Pelz. Then we'll be right back.